Did you know that one simple vitamin could be the key to keeping your legs strong even at 94? It's true. You know, as we get older, maintaining leg strength becomes so important for staying mobile and independent. I mean, who doesn't want to keep moving around freely, right? The thing is, vitamin D plays a vital role in muscle function and balance, yet so many older adults are actually deficient in it. It's kind of surprising, isn't it? In this video, we're going to dive into how vitamin D can help keep your legs strong and prevent those dreaded falls as you age. Imagine being able to walk around with confidence, knowing your legs are as strong as ever. That's what we're aiming for here. And by the end of this video, you'll learn how to naturally boost your vitamin D levels. It's all about ensuring a more active and independent lifestyle, which is something we all want. So if you're curious about how to keep your legs in tip-top shape, stick around. We'll explore some practical tips and tricks that you can easily incorporate into your daily routine. And hey, if you find this information helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get started on this journey to stronger legs together. All right, let's dive into something really important for keeping your legs strong as you age: vitamin D. You might be wondering, why vitamin D? Well, the thing is, vitamin D plays a crucial role in muscle strength and coordination. It's like the unsung hero that helps keep us steady on our feet. You know, as we get older, maintaining balance becomes more challenging, and that's where vitamin D steps in. Imagine this: you're walking in the park, enjoying the sunshine, and suddenly you feel more balanced, more coordinated. That's vitamin D working its magic. It helps improve balance and coordination, which means a reduced risk of falls. And let's be honest, nobody wants to deal with the aftermath of a fall. My friend once told me about her grandmother who, at 94, still walks around her garden with ease. Her secret? Plenty of vitamin D. Now, you might be thinking, how does this all work? Well, vitamin D helps with calcium absorption, which is crucial for muscle function. It's like giving your muscles the fuel they need to stay strong. Without enough vitamin D, you might experience muscle weakness and balance issues. And that's not something we want, right? So how do we make sure we're getting enough? It's actually simpler than you might think. You can get vitamin D from sunlight, which is a great excuse to spend some time outdoors. But if that's not always possible, you can also get it from your diet or supplements. It's all about finding what works best for you. And here's a little challenge for you. Think about your own experiences with vitamin D and leg strength. Have you noticed any changes? Maybe you've got a story like my friend's grandmother. I'd love to hear about it, so feel free to share in the comments. Let's learn from each other and keep those legs strong together. All right, so let's dive into the natural sources of vitamin D, which is super important for keeping your legs strong as you age. You might be wondering, where do we get this essential vitamin from? Well, the first and most natural source is sunlight. You know, just spending some time outside can do wonders. But here's the thing, our skin, especially as we get older, doesn't produce as much vitamin D from sunlight as it used to. It's like you could be out there soaking up the sun, but your skin's just not as efficient at turning those rays into vitamin D anymore. Now, let's talk about food. Fatty fish like salmon is a fantastic source. I mean, who doesn't love a nice piece of grilled salmon, right? It's not just delicious, it's packed with vitamin D. Then there are fortified foods like milk. You might have noticed that some milk cartons say they're fortified with vitamin D. It's like a little boost in your morning cereal or coffee. But and here's the catch. Sometimes these natural sources just aren't enough. Maybe you don't get outside as much because, well, life happens. Or maybe your skin's a bit sensitive to the sun. And that's okay. It's a common challenge, especially for older adults. So what can you do? Well, you might want to consider vitamin D3 supplements. They're a great way to make sure you're getting enough of this vital nutrient, especially if you're not getting it from food or sunlight. The underlying reason here is that as we age, our bodies just don't absorb or produce vitamin D as efficiently. It's not something we can control, but we can definitely manage it. So think about your daily routine. Are you getting enough sunlight? Eating enough vitamin D-rich foods? If not, maybe it's time to look into those supplements. And hey, I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite vitamin D-rich food? Is it salmon or maybe something else? Let me know in the comments. All right, so let's dive into something really interesting. How magnesium plays a crucial role when it comes to vitamin D. You might be wondering, why are we talking about magnesium when the focus is on vitamin D? Well, the thing is, magnesium is like the unsung hero in this story. It helps convert vitamin D into a form that your body can actually use. Without enough magnesium, vitamin D might not be as effective as it could be. It's like having a car with no gas. It just won't go anywhere. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so where do I get this magical magnesium? It's actually more common than you might think. You can find it in leafy greens like spinach, which, let's be honest, are pretty easy to add to a salad or a smoothie. Nuts and seeds are also great sources. And if you're not a fan of those, there are always magnesium supplements. But it's always best to try and get your nutrients from food first. Here's something important to keep in mind. If you're not getting enough magnesium, it can actually hinder how your body metabolizes vitamin D. So even if you're taking vitamin D supplements, without magnesium, you might not be getting the full benefits. It's like trying to bake a cake without eggs. Something's just missing. So what can you do? Well, it's pretty simple. Just make sure you're including magnesium-rich foods in your diet. Or, if that's a bit challenging, consider taking a supplement. It's a small change that can make a big difference in how effective your vitamin D is. Have you ever tried pairing vitamin D with magnesium? It's a game changer, really. I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences with this. Maybe you've got a favorite recipe that sneaks in some extra magnesium? Share it with us. It's always great to learn from each other, don't you think? Building leg strength is kind of like a journey, isn't it? I mean, think about it. Just like any worthwhile endeavor in life, it takes patience and consistency. My friend once told me, it's like planting a garden. You can't rush it, but with care, it flourishes. And really, isn't that true for so many things? We all have our own stories, our own paths to better health. So, how's your journey going? Have you noticed those small victories along the way? Maybe it's walking a bit further or feeling a little more steady. I'd love to hear your story. Let's reflect on this journey together. So let's just take a moment to recap what we've talked about today. Vitamin D, right? It's like the unsung hero for keeping our legs strong, especially as we get older. It's not just about popping a pill. It's about getting out there, feeling the sun on your face, and maybe even enjoying a nice walk. And hey, don't forget about magnesium. It's like the sidekick that helps vitamin D do its job even better. I mean, who would have thought that something as simple as a vitamin could make such a difference? It's like my friend always says, a little sunshine goes a long way. And she's right. It's those small steps that really add up over time. So what about you? Have you noticed any changes since focusing on your vitamin D intake? I'd love to hear about your journey. If you found this helpful, why not like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your experiences could inspire someone else to take that first step. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, taking small steps today can lead to stronger legs tomorrow. Stay active, stay healthy, and keep enjoying life. After all, age is just a number, and there's so much more to explore. Until next time, take care.